Good evening, everyone. Fine. Hi. जल्दी से हाय हेलो कर लेते हैं and then let's start with this. Fine. So, how is the practice going on? So, my name is Shashank and I'll be your host for the day. We would be studying VARC, important questions, PYQ से मिलते जुलते कुछ PYQs, सब कुछ ठीक है. Why? Because English is very important for your MAH CET. Why? Because 50 क्वेश्चन आने हैं भाई, तो बहुत सारा पढ़ाई है इसमें, राइट? ठीक है, तो आ जाइए. What do we have for the day? तो जैसे कि आप जानते हैं, we are coming across with the 26-27 batch. ठीक है, it's a complete program out there. ठीक है, and we have got 160 plus hours, 500 plus recorded hours, live sessions 160 plus हैं, ठीक है ना? And we are covering more than 9,000 level like practice level questions, right? So no problem out there. ठीक है, फुल लेंथ एम एच सी ई टी भी आपको मिल जाएंगे, तो आपका हेल्प वहाँ पे भी हो जाएगा. सो ऑल इन ऑल इट इज़ अ वेरी गुड थिंग दैट वेयर यू कैन एक्चुअली क्रैक योर डी कॉलेज, राइट? मूव ऑन, वापस पढ़ाई की तरफ चलते हैं. द वर्ड दैट वी हैव इज अ बोल्ट फ्रॉम द ब्लू. ठीक है, सो व्हाट डज इट मीन? You need to find out the meaning of the idiom. So this is an idiom given across. Idiom बहुत ज़्यादा आपके पेपरों में आता है, so इसीलिए you need to keep a watch on idioms. ठीक है, fine. Five options given across with the idiom. Look at it. Tell me what should be the right answer. Yes, please feel free. Give the answers, please. See, always remember whenever we are talking about idioms, fine, they have to be something which are universal in use, general meanings, right? Cannot be very specific. Okay, a bolt from the blue. So there is a bolt written out here. तो आप सोच सकते हैं lightning strike, but it is not so. A planned event, fine. Then it would not be talking about bolt, है ना? लाइटनिंग कभी प्लान करके नहीं गिरती, राइट? तो वैसे वाला भी थॉट प्रोसेस हुआ, तो ये भी खत्म हो गया. A complete surprise. Yes, this can be an option. Blue colored cloth, definitely not. And rainy day, definitely not. These are very specific thought process. The only option that is possible is C. Let's see who have got it correct. Soumya and Om. Omkar. Very good, Soumya and Omkar. Your answer is correct. Very good. Rest of you, please feel free to answer. Give your answers. Let's discuss more questions. Yes. To bark up the wrong tree. देखिए और बताइए क्या होगा. Soumya has given her answer. Omkar has given his answer. Okay. Who else is there? ठीक है. Let's check. To bark up the wrong tree. अब देखो जितने भी ये वाले, जैसे टू बी अ डॉग लवर, डेफिनेटली नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क, राइट? तो ये तो हम आराम से क्या कर सकते हैं, एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं। एनीथिंग विच इज़ समथिंग लाइक दिस, वी कैन रिमूव दिस, राइट? ठीक है, कोई भी चीज़ जो बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेसिफिक बात कर रहा है कैन नॉट बी माई आंसर। ए पार्ट गोज अवे। टू फॉलो अ फॉल्स ट्रेल, ओके, इसको देखते हैं। टू क्लाइंब अ ट्री, डेफिनेटली नॉट। टू शाउट एट समवन, टू बी करेक्ट। बार्क अप द रॉन्ग ट्री की बात हो रही है, तो फिर ये टू बी करेक्ट तो नहीं हो सकता। तो नाउ वी आर लेफ्ट विद बी एंड डी। वेदर इज इट टू शाउट एट समवन और इज इट गोइंग टू बी फॉलो अ फॉल्स ट्रेल, ठीक है ना? सो इट इज, आंसर will not be shout at someone, the answer will be B, to follow a false trail, ठीक है ना? जैसे हम इसका एक सेंटेंस देख लेते हैं। while the police were barking up the wrong tree, the thieves ran away with the loot, right? So what does it mean? It means the police were working, but they were, on the wrong trail, false trail, which means what? They were working, but they were in the wrong direction. Fine. While the thieves ran away with the loot. Fine. So that's why to follow a false trail is the right thing. Fine. Good, guys. Next, the gift of the gab. He could easily make others agree to him. He had the gift of the gab. Yeah, tell me what can be the answer. Okay, Soumya says C. So it's a gift, fine, of the gab. To be wealthy, to be a good singer, talent for speaking, to receive many gifts, okay, and to be very quiet. This part can definitely not be my answer. So what are we left with? So many other options. But as the sentence tells us, gift of gab. Gab is like gabbing, talking, fine. But it is a gift to you. It means it has to be a skill. So which one is that? That is C. Talent for speaking is the right answer. Okay. Now we come across with one word substitution. Fine. So word is given across to you, and there are 5 options, out of which you need to find out what would be that one word that can replace the sentence. Fine. These questions are very important because they also help you to learn new words, right? So, like we have got a word philanthropist. Okay, so when I do philanthropist, how do I go about with this? Because I also have to learn the words, right? Many of us don't know what is philanthropist, or even if they know, they just know the meaning of the word philanthropist, but they don't know how can they learn more words with this. So let's try this out. Whenever there is a word fill, okay, so remember P H I L, right? If you want to learn the word fill because you have not heard it many a time, so that's why what would you do? You would learn its opposite. So the opposite of fill is phobia. अब phobia तो पता है हमें, है ना? Phobia is what? Phobia is some kind of hatred, right? It's a kind of hatred. It's a kind of okay, अभी के लिए हम hatred लेते हैं. Also, it means fear. ठीक है ना? If you fear something, if you hate something, that can become a part of your phobia. ठीक है ना? So if fill is opposite of it, what is fill? Fill is love. Okay, fine. So let's come across. Fill means out here, it means love. Anthrop. What would anthrop stand for? So anthropology is study of mankind. So always remember, logy is for study and anthrop is for mankind. तो कभी भी अगर एंथ्रोप लिखा हुआ आता है तो यू ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट इट इज मैनकाइंड. ठीक है. इस्ट at the end, if I have ist, it means the person. Okay, the person who loves mankind. ठीक है. अब ये तो हो नहीं सकता बिकॉज हमें क्या चाहिए? वी नीड अ पर्सन हु हेट्स मैनकाइंड. बट जस्ट अ सेक, I have just given you one word and I have broken it and given you the option. Can you just go through these options and tell me, क्या अभी आपको आंसर मिल सकता है आराम से? Can you find the answer from here now? Soumya, is your answer correct now? Or would you like to change the answer? Your answer is correct. Do you think so? Okay, let's see. What is the word given across? The sentence that is given across to you is a person who hates mankind. So it is talking about person. Person, अभी हमने क्या देखा? Person कहाँ पे आ रहा था? एक तो philanthropist यहाँ पे आ रहा था, एक यहाँ पे आ रहा था, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे भी IST आ रहा था. ओके, ठीक है. लेकिन okay, Soumya, let's see. Now they have given across who hates mankind. Tell me out of the five options, जो five options हैं, out of these five options, which one is it, or which ones are there that are talking about mankind? The rest of you, please open up, please, because this is basically a fight for your dreams, right? So open up. Let's discuss, because once you discuss, you are sure to reach out to your dream college, right? तो खुल के बात करते हैं यार. हाँ जी, क्या होगा? Just now we learned what is mankind. This is mankind, right? Which means the word should have anthrop in it. The only two words which are out here are A and B. Yes or no? है ना? A and B, they both have anthrop. We have already run philanthropist, and this cannot be my answer because this means the person who loves mankind, right? Now let's understand what is misanthropy. If I break it, I already have anthrop out here, which means mankind, We are left with miss. Think of words which start with miss, like mismanagement, mismatch, right? What else? Misbehave, right? Misunderstanding, mistake. All these words are negative, which means that every point of time when you have miss with you, fine, it would talk about something negative. है ना? Negative towards what? Towards mankind. So, which one is negative towards mankind? It is B. Being a being negative towards mankind can also mean a person who hates mankind, and therefore B is the right answer. Yes, very good. Gracie has opened up. Very good, Gracie. I'm proud of you. Soumya, yes, your answer now is correct, which is B. Fine. Okay, what is misogynist? चलो जब कर रहे हैं तो सारे words कर लेते हैं. Let's write it down out here. Misogynist. कौन से parts पता है हमें यहाँ पे? Think of it. IST पता है ना? IST, what did it mean? It means the person. Miss, it means what? Something negative, right? A person who is negative towards what? So this word is GYN, which is also pronounced as gyn. And with gyn, what do we have? Gynecologist, which means gyn stands for female, right? So gyn is for women, IST is for person, miso is for negative. So the person who is negative towards what, or who hates women, is called as misogynist. Okay. Optimist, of course, a person. And optim is something, a person who would be taking clear or looking forward to some opportunity, right? A person who is always positive, so that person would be called as optimist, right? Next word, polyglot. Where poly means many, multiple, and glot means language. So when a person can speak many languages, he would be called as a polyglot. Easy. So you can see that these OWS questions are very important for us because we can learn so many new words from them. Okay. Come across to the next. A remedy for all diseases. Okay, Shruti has answered. Shruti says antibiotic. Okay, Shruti. Who else? Anyone else who would like to answer? Let's see. A remedy for all diseases. When I say remedy for all diseases, so it means it one cure for all the diseases, right? But when I say antibiotic, it is only, you know, for killing mm, any kind of infection, right? Maybe because of some kind of what do you say, fungi, or maybe some kind of bacteria or some virus, right? So maybe that can be an antibiotic, right? So it is killing any kind of organism that is inside you. Which means antibiotic cannot be my answer for as a remedy for all diseases. So B part cannot be my answer. Let's go on to the next one. Placebo. What is a placebo? Placebo is something which is a fake medicine. Okay, fake medicine. So many a time people are given across just a medicine just to make them feel that yes, they have been provided with some kind of medicine which is going to help them, right? In that case, it becomes what? A fake medicine. Whether it is going to work or not, nobody knows. And of course, it should not, because it is a fake medicine. Okay, so C cannot be a remedy for all diseases. Antidote is specifically for poison, right? So when someone is poisoned, we give the person antidote. Vaccine is something we give across for some or the other uh, ailment, fine, but not the answer for every disease. So again, E and D, they all are wrong. Now look at this part. All, every, the whole, and what is the word out here? Pan, right? Pan Asia. What does it mean? Pan Asia, Pan India. What do they mean? It means throughout, all, covering everything, right? So Pan means all, Asia means cure, and the whole thing means a remedy for all diseases. So the answer has to be A, Panasia. Has everyone understood? Fine. Shashank, have you understood? Oh, it's like same. Us moment, man. Your name is Shashank, my name is Shashank. That's good. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. I hope 14th question आप सबको समझ में आ गया होगा. Let's go to the next one. Fine. So, one who is unable to pay one's debt. So, always remember, whenever you are doing these kind of questions, I would always suggest that start eliminating, right? Because आप जितना eliminate करोगे ना बच्चे, उतना ज़्यादा क्या होगा? You would come near to your answer, है ना? So, check it up. Okay, nice. So Soumya, Shashank, and Shruti, they all say the answer has to be C. Let's see. So one who is unable, so the important part is unable to pay one's debts. First thing, what happens? E part, miser. Miser is a person who has money but is not ready to spend. Fine. So we cannot say that he is unable to pay. So E part is wrong. He's not paying it intentionally, right? Not necessarily that he is what? He's not able. Fine. Next part. Borrower is someone who takes the money. Fine. अभी पे करने की बात नहीं आई है. Borrower is just a person who takes the money. So he might not pay, he may pay, we don't know. So of course borrower cannot be answer. Insolvent means someone who is gone bankrupt, right? A person gone bankrupt. What does it mean, bankrupt? Bankrupt means nothing, no money on him, right? So there is no money on him. Fine. So yes, I can keep him because if he doesn't have any money, he would not be able to pay the debt. So C part can be an answer. Let's go across with B. B says banker. What does mean banker? Banker is a person who sits at the bank, right? It says role, his work. So definitely nothing to do with paying one's debt. Next part is solvent. Solvent is just the opposite of insolvent, right? So solvent is a person who is like doing good, sustaining, thriving, everything. So A part cannot be my answer because if the person is solvent, he can definitely pay. So insolvent has to be the answer. Very good, guys. Let's move on. Handwriting that cannot be read. So, by the way, which one did you like? One word substitution is better, or the previous one, which was like the idioms? Which one was better? As in, better का मतलब क्या हुआ? कि something which is doable, something where you are confident that you can get better marks. Okay, those things. One word is better. Yes, Shruti. Okay, fine. Soumya also says one word. Okay, okay. Yash says B. The answer is B. Okay, fine. Two people have answered. Let's see. Handwriting that cannot be read. So we are talking about handwriting and that cannot be read. So one thing for sure which is easily going away is D part. Why? Because it says illiterate. Illiterate does not mean whether the writing is readable or not. Because if it is illiterate, then it means that the person cannot read or write, which means illiterate is just the opposite. It cannot work at all, right? Okay. Next part, we are left with uh, eligible. Eligible is basically, we know eligible. Are you eligible for this? So, is it something to do with handwriting? No. It is basically, can you fulfill the criteria or not, right? So, this cannot be the answer. B part, illegible. What is illegible? Legit. So, basically, the word comes across with legit. Legit is something which is legitimate. One is that, legal, or something which is correct. Fine, understandable or something like that. So yes, illegible, I can keep it. Why? Because let's see, edible, can it ever be edible? No, of course not. Edible means something which is eatable. Fine. Is the is this pizza edible? So can be not, right? Maybe it is stale, it has gone sour, so it is not edible anymore, right? So edible has nothing to do with handwriting, goes away. Lucid dreams, you must have heard of lucid dreams, right? So what is lucid dreams? Lucid dreams are basically talking about something to do with vivid dreams, the dreams that we remember, right? So lucid is something which is clear. Okay, something which is clear as in not in terms of handwriting. Okay, remember that. Lucid is basically your perception. Okay, so clear or something which is understandable, understandable, and moreover something which is vivid. Vivid means you can easily remember it, perceive it, something like that. Okay, but when I say so lucid can also be opposite of illegible, hai na? Right? So this one is talking about cannot be read, so definitely E part cannot be my answer. The only answer which is possible is illegible. Illegible means what? Not be read, not legit. Okay, Shruti, have you understood? You gave the answer as B and then you shifted to E. Was it so? Okay. Next question. Okay, this one is an improvement question. Fine. Sentence improvement. So we have got he has been living in this house for 10 years. Now, many a time what happens is they have not italicized or maybe they have not um, put it in like bolds or underlined it. So you have to make it, you need to understand from the options itself. So it is written as he has been living. Okay, so this is the part we need to check, and the options are given across as is living, was living, has lived, lives, or there is going to be no improvement. Fine, check it and tell me. So this is more towards grammar portion, right? Start checking, tell me. What do you think can be the answer? Okay, Soumya has given her answer. What about the rest? Soumya, is there any reason why you chose your option? Okay, Shruti says B. Sanika says B. B is was living. Perfectly fine. Okay. So let's go across. As I said that these questions are basically based on grammar. So look at this sentence. He has been living in this house for 10 years, right? Sentence, what I understood was that, okay, Shashank says C. Okay, good enough. Let's see what can be done. The sentence is in present perfect and continuous, right? So the whole thing is present perfect continuous. That is the tense out here. And what, how do I use present perfect continuous? So always remember, present perfect continuous is used with what? Duration, time, reference. Understood? So what would it be? There has to be a duration time reference. Now look at this part and tell me, is there a duration given across or out here or not? So look at this, in this house, fine, for 10 years, which means an action that started 10 years ago and it is still going on, right? And this whole duration is 10 years, right? And we don't know it is because it has not stopped yet and it might go further, right? So which means this is definitely a duration time difference, and therefore has been living is correct. Okay, was living, was living तो वैसे ही नहीं हो सकता. Why? Because it is talking about that it was happening at that time but it is not happening right now. So which means this is totally wrong. Okay, and is living, why can't we have is living out here? Because just think of it, if I say I am teaching you. Okay, I'm teaching you. Fine. Now look at this and tell me, does it tell you when did I start? How long I have been teaching? Till what time I'm going to teach? Is it there? Any of these options? No. So I am teaching is just telling you that what is happening right now. So is living, was living, these two can be used only for some moment. Okay, what was happening at that moment, at that point of time. So A and B cannot be my answers. Let's remove them. Has lived. Has lived, again, just like present perfect continuous, even perfect can be used with duration time reference. But I can only use, I can only remove has been living with and replace it with has lived if has been living is wrong. If it is technically wrong, I can remove it and I can have has lived out here. But it is not technically wrong, it is technically correct. So therefore, C part I do not need. Fine. Lives. He lives in this house for 10 years. So it's almost like a statement, a universal statement being given across. So it is not, duration will not work with this. Therefore, the answer is no improvement. Understood? Soumya, that was good. I'm impressed. Others, Shruti, Sanika, and Shashank. Just let me know if you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can ask me again. I'll make you understand the question again. Fine? Let's move on to the next question. Till then, if I was you, I would accept the offer. So all the more reasons you should join us, and we should have the classes, because if you really want to get into MAH CET, the Maharashtra colleges, then in English, because that is a scoring subject, you know that the paper is not at all difficult. It is like easy to moderate, and we can easily crack it up by a bit of practice. Fine. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, guys. So look at it. If I was you, I would accept the offer. Soumya has given the answer. Let's see whether it is correct or not. What about the rest? Do you agree with Soumya, or you want to change your answer? Okay, so everyone is going with were. Let's see. What kind of sentence is this? This is basically a conditional sentence. Okay, conditional sentence. Why? If I was you, which means I'm not, fine. But if there was a condition that where, or a situation where I was you, something like that. So in such a case, always remember, if it is a conditional sentence in past, okay, then always remember we cannot use was, rather was is replaced, okay, with were. Was cannot be used out here in the condition part. Fine. So keeping that in mind, if I am you, I cannot, was is wrong, that is for sure. This cannot come across in the past. So this is gone. Am, can I use am out here? No, I cannot use am because would accept, which is past condition, right? So therefore, a part goes away. Were, yes, as the rule says, I can use was can change to were because this is in past. Okay. Had been, if I use had been, this is again in past, but then what would happen? This part would have changed. With had been, we would use would have accepted, right? Something like that. So C part goes away. It cannot be my answer. Would be, I cannot use would be because in the condition part, we can never use will, would, or shall. So D part goes away. And of course, there has to be an improvement because there was an error in the sentence itself. E part goes away. The only answer that is left is were. Fine. Okay. So out of 50, how many questions do you want to get correct? Out of 50. How many questions do you want that they should be correct? So with my practice, with my guidance, I can actually tell you that we can hit somewhere 40 to 45 questions correct. 40 would be the lower end, which I'm not very interested in. I'm more interested in 45 to 50 rather. Okay. Yes, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Fine. So let's see what happens, huh? 19. Okay. Shashank, why so specifically 44? Why not 50? Why not 45? She's the most cleverest girl in the class. Okay, Soumya has given her answer. No one? Okay. Let's see. So, what is this question about? This question is about adjectives. Fine. Most clever. E. Okay, fine. Let's see. So, whenever we talk about adjectives, always remember adjectives are either what are they going to be? They are in first form, right? Or they are in the comparative form, or they are in the superlative form. Fine, it is either comparative or superlative. Now look at it carefully. There are two ways of going about with this, for which I would need phonetics. Okay. So what are phonetics? Phonetics is like the sound. Okay. When we have a word like COOL, cool, right? So if I ask you how many words are there, so you would say four letters are there in this word, right? But when I say that I can, how many phonetics are there, how many sounds are there, so your answer would be just two. One that is cool, and the other which is l, cooler, right? If such is the case that the sound the sound is less than equal to 2, right? Always remember, for comparative we are going to use er, and superlative we are going to use est. Fine. So cool becomes cooler and coolest. Easy. But if phonetics are more than 2, more than 2, it becomes as what? More and most. Fine. In that case, we don't take any other option. Fine. Keeping that in mind, what do you say can be the answer? Yes, Sanika, your answer is correct. Look at it carefully. So we have got, if we look at the word is clever, clever, or clever. Okay. In any case, it is always going to be two sounds. So in that case, I cannot take most with it. The problem out here is we are doing it, we are adding est as well, and we are writing most as well with it, right? Which is definitely not working, right? A part says cleverest, which means he's most is not needed. Most clever could have been an answer. Cleverer definitely not going to be taken because it changes the degree, right? It becomes comparative. More cleverest. So we are writing more, which is comparative. Cleverest as in superlative. Again, this is not working. And definitely there is an error in the sentence. So that is, we cannot say no improvement. So we are left with cleverest or most clever. So the right answer will be not B, but the answer is going to be A. Cleverest. Very good, Sanika. Very good. Yes, Soumya, the answer is going to be A. Let's move on to the next question. Select the most appropriate option for the blank space. Dash. Oh, this is a good question. So, if you can see, there's a verb given across out here, right? And they have given across all these options out here, which are either way they would be adverbs or they would be prepositions. Fine. And which would also mean that you are actually working on phrasal. Okay, so let's see. So can you give us the list of adjectives where they don't end with er, est? Definitely, Soumya. Rather always remember words like handsome, beautiful, right? Charismatic, enigmatic, and whatnot. So there are like anything which is huge, words which are bigger, they would definitely take more and most. They cannot, we cannot add er or est to them. Okay, Sanika, that was quick. Soumya has followed suit. Okay, very good. So let's see. So if you look at it, what do we have? We have got the words as put off, put away, put up, put out, and put on. Can you tell me the meanings of these words? Can you tell me what is put off? Put off generally means postpone or delay. Put away. When I say put away, what would it mean when I say put away? So put away is a very, like, it can be said as a physical thing, right? Put away the things. So keep aside. Keep aside. Next, put up. So put up means where are you putting up? If they say, what does it mean? Where do you live? So one thing, it means live, and it also means to tolerate. When you tolerate something, right? So that can also be put up. Put out means to extinguish. Put out the fire, right? So extinguish. Put on is to wear. So keeping that in mind, what would be your answer? So you can see all the options are given across, the words are given across, the meanings are given across, and it becomes easy for us. But you must remember the phrasal, because this is not the only phrasal list for put. There are some more words out there. Put down can be there, right? So which one do I take out of this? The answer will be put off, right? Why? The meeting was put off until next week. So yes, definitely it is talking about something to do with postponing. Easy? Okay. One quick question, jaldi. He is proficient dash English. Okay. So we have got at, in, with, for, and about. Okay. He's proficient about, no. He's proficient for, no. He's proficient with, not possible. So it is A or B. That is for sure. So which one should I take? Shashank says A, which is at. Sanika also says at. The only problem is, now these questions are very important for us because they are working towards the usage of preposition, right? And the usage of preposition says that it should be proficient in something. Okay. When you're proficient in something, what does it mean? It means you are good at it. Understood? So therefore, your right answer is proficient in. Fine. So you can see, guys, that there are some nitty-gritties. If we work on them, fine, you have a good chance of getting through the paper. But then again, it also means that what I can very well see is you need a lot of practice, a lot of concept is still left. Okay. Yes, Mohammed and Shashank, the answer will be B. Right? Let's move on. Let's do some more questions. Okay. I hope you are not in a hurry. Okay. Do this. Hard work is the key dash success. Yes, Sanika. So he is good at English, right? That might be okay. Why? Because we are not using the word proficient. We are talking about good. So that at word is coming across with good and not with uh, English. Okay, that's a very good question that Sanika has put up. Look at it carefully. See, out here, whatever is going to be written out here, English is going to be the object of that preposition, right? But then again, whatever the preposition is being written across, it is written there because of the word before it, right? So proficient always takes in whenever we talk about language, subject, or something like that, some kind of skill. Okay. Yeah, hard work is the key dash success. What do you say? And yes, guys, Aditi, Mohammed, you all are correct. The answer is key to fine. So generally it is basically ticket to key to, then we have got access to. So generally we talk about that way. Okay, good, good, good. Great going, guys. Okay, do the next one. Yes, very good. Pretty good. So people are putting in, answers are coming in. Let's see. She took dash her coat before entering the room. She took away her coat. How can she take away her coat? Right? So she's entering the room, so she cannot take it away. Fine. So A part not working. Took off, which means what? Took off as in to remove it, right? Yes. So when we go into, when we are wearing a jacket or a coat, when we reach our home, when we reach someone's place in the room, what do? We remove the coat. Okay. So yes, off can be. Took out means to take something out, right? Took in is to shelter. Took up is to start a course, to pursue a course or something like that. So what is the right answer? The answer is off. She took off her coat before entering the room. Very good, guys. Let's have this 24. We'll do the preposition ones today, okay? We should not look dash upon the poor. Yes, guys. Awesome. You have come into that realm, right? And everyone is getting it correct. Very good. So what is it? We should not look dash upon the poor. So what would it be? Look up, we cannot look up. Poor are generally seen at the bottom, right? So up is not a possibility. Look in, upon, not working. Out upon, no. At upon, no. Look at can still work, but upon is not working out there. But when I say look down upon, what does it mean? It means to see with disrespect, right? So we don't respect the person when we look down upon them. So that's why to see with disrespect, and therefore the answer has to be B. Easy. Next. Okay, Mohammed gave the first answer. Sanika gave the answer. Aditi gave the answer. And yes, guys, you are doing good. The car broke dash on the way to the airport. Broke up? No, no, no. It's already the Valentine's week. We cannot use this word broke up. Is that the reason? No. Broke up has a very different meaning, a very different connotation. A part cannot be the right answer. The car broke down, which means, so you must have heard of breakdown trucks as well, right? So breakdown means what? Something that has gone wrong, right? Okay, so car needs repair, so I can say it broke down. So yes, B part can be an answer. Broken is for thieves, they break in, right? Broke out is for diseases, right? Okay, broke away, so it means physically it broke away into two parts, right? Yes, and so E part goes away, and therefore the answer has to be B. Yeah, yes, Aditi, there are times when we see that there is a complete series, and the whole series is going across. Like you have 10 questions, and 10 questions have the same answer: B, 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 C, 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 A, 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 A. At time you would see that you would actually get confused, and you might get a bit, anxious, that how is it possible that all the answers can be B. But remember one thing, that you have to be clear about it, because what happens if anything else, like, at times the examiner is playing with your mindset, right? He's psychologically trying to weaken you, trying to uh, put pressure on your mind, right? So it hardly matters, whatever happens, you just do it. Okay, pretty good. Fine, let's go to the next one. I'm looking forward to dash you. Okay, so we have got four answers, in which Aditi says A, Soumya says A, Mohammed says C, and Shyam says meet you, which is A. Sanika says C again. C? How is C possible? Abhi A आया. Oh no, Aditi. Oh no, the sequence has broken, man. Oh shucks, the streak is over. चलो ठीक है, देखते हैं. Let's see. I'm looking forward to dash you. So एक चीज़ तो पक्का होगी कि generally two के बाद what do we use? Two, with two we use V1. This is what we have learnt, right? So I'll give you three sentences to understand this. The first sentence is preposition plus verb. Okay, I need shoes for run slash running. What do I do? I need shoes for run slash running. What do I say? I need shoes for running. So of course the right answer would be running, right? Let's try this again. Second part. This happens with every preposition, but when I use to plus verb, I need shoes to run slash running. Okay, what would be your thought process now? So in this case, you will not take running, you will take run. Fine. Let's have the third option. He me he met you with a view to dash mm, the issues. Okay, and the option is given across discuss slash discussing. Fine. Now, as per the rule, as per the second rule, there is already two written out here, so I should have gone across with discuss. Fine. But this part will not take discuss. This part will take discussing and not discuss. How come this is? So this is an exception. Whenever we have got verbs like look forward to, okay, with a view to, okay, prone to, succumb to, okay, look forward to, with a view to, prone to, succumb to, devoted to, addicted to, all these forms, right? All these forms, even though it has two, but after them you will always use V4, which is verb plus ing. Verb plus ing. Now let's come back to the question. It says I am looking forward to, which is same as look forward to. And after them, what do we use? We use V4 and not V1. Therefore, A, B, D, E, nothing is going to work. The only option that is going to come across out here is C. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Has everyone understood? Got it? So, there are so many secrets, there are so many hidden particles, concepts that English has in itself. So, let's meet together and create um, a situation where whatever the hidden parts are, we can just easily conquer them all, right? So, meet you the next time. I hope you like the questions and meet you soon on the other side in the class, and let's practice. Okay, take care, guys.